Hi, and welcome back to this channel. I am Dennis, your connoisseur of bullet journal minimalism. I cannot speak right now because I feel like I'm wearing the same jacket I did last month. And the secret to this is I own two sweaters, and I can't remember which one I wear. So we're gonna move past it and just get into April's bullet journal. I lost my train of thought. I'm being a moron. But I think now is the perfect time to get into bullet journaling, especially if you're stuck at home because you're quarantined. Or you have a stay-at-home order. Might as well do something with that time. Let's get into this month's spread. Boop. So the first thing I wanted to do is just fill up this page. Unfortunately, I spelled calm wrong and almost spelled clam. I just want to remember to let everyone know that, stay calm and to stay in home. COVID-19 being all out there, let's just make sure we're all being safe. And then I wanted to go super minimalist for this month. I didn't want to do anything super fancy or super complicated. So for the title page for the month, I just did a bunch of line art with 4 varying colors, kind of just intersecting each other randomly to kind of make a nice little lined geometric design. For the month spread, I wanted to use both pages, mainly because I don't have too many reminders for the month of April, with everything being kind of closed and everyone having a stay-at-home order. I didn't have too much stuff planned out, so I just wanted to use the entire spread, and I went with this hexagonal pattern, which took an ungodly amount of time to plan and then to actually put it together. I was gonna do individual hexagons for each day, but when I looked at it through the camera previewer, I decided to keep it kind of this weird, not fully connected way, just because I really liked how it looked and wanted to just keep going with it. And because I planned everything without putting the days of the week on, I ended up having to put the days at the bottom instead of the top this month, which is totally fine for me, just because it doesn't really matter. I kind of have an idea of what the month looks like. So for this month's habit tracker, I decided to use the full spread just because I wasn't gonna have a musing/idea page this month. I've noticed over the last couple of months, they all tend to be focused around the book I am writing. So I decided to move all those notes into a singular notebook and focus that notebook on my book writing instead of having all the ideas pop up in my bullet journal. This allowed me to have more space to do my habit trackers, which is why I went with this hexagonal beehive type pattern, and I used black and then a separate color for each habit I was tracking, just so I knew which ones went with what habit. I think the nice part about this stencil that I bought was that it actually worked really well for this, and I didn't have to do a whole lot of planning for all of these hexagonal calendars. I think for the most part, my habits have remained the same. The only two I added for this month were my hand exercises to help me rehabilitate my thumb after my surgery back in January. I'm now at the really cool part where I have to play with putty for hours on end in order to build the strength back up in my hand. And now we're going into the weekly spread. I'm going to be using this spread all month, as I've done previously in every iteration of my bullet journal. And I just wanted to use up as much of the page as possible. Since I don't have a lot of reminders this month, I didn't feel a need to have a reminder section. And the mini calendar just felt like over exaggeration, just to fill space that I didn't need to fill. The only thing I wish I did differently after filling this out was I wish I went across the page instead of the way I did it, just because it seemed like it was going to make more sense. But I will fix it for the following week after this. And just because this week is split between March and April, I decided to label which month for each day. And of course, nothing would be complete without a little bit of drop shadow, just to add away from the monotony and simplicity of this page to make it pop out just a little bit more. That is my April 2020 bullet journal. Super simple, super simplistic, easy to use. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next month.